for the all-seeing eye, and we're also waiting for Instagram to connect, and it looks like it's going to. Welcome, everybody who is on Instagram right now. Thank you. We appreciate you being here. Also on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and my all-time favorite, Twitter. So everybody who's on Twitter, thank you for being here. We appreciate you. So is Andy Reid going to muster up a win for the wonderful KC? I hope they do. Mahomes, you never know. Patrick Mahomes, you never know what he can do. And that's the thing. Any team can win any day. They really can. I was happy to see a couple situations that came to be. I'll put the chat right here. There we go. All right. Oh, I have to go live. Here we go. It helps if you push the button. I saw it, but didn't start it. And that's one of the things you have to remember with Instagram is you cannot just leave it there and not start it. It's like the final step. Big Daddy Love, 240. Hello, good morning. Have you had your coffee yet? What time is it there? It's earlier, right? Yeah, like 3 hours or something? Am I correct? Or is it more than that? Creek Road Party. There you are. Good to see you. I think I know who that is. I think I used to follow you on, oh my God, when we used to do the rooms on Google, right? Way back. I think that's the same guy. I'm not sure. And they used to have religious talks and debates among some very at work. Okay. How's work going? I hope it's going well for you. 5:40. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. What is that? Let's do some basic math here. 3 hours. Yeah, that's not bad. So do you work through the night? You must. All right. Let's do a few notifications here. We do that every morning. Let's have a quick look here. I'll make sure I keep an eye on you guys too. All right. So this morning I want to say hello to Brooklyn Morgan Johnson. That's all one name. Brooklyn Morgan Johnson. And that's in the notification part right now. No rules. Thank you. Just 10. I have not seen Just 10 in forever. DJ, rapper, Solomon, thank you this morning. Lizanne. Yes, we did a wonderful show the other day. Maria, thank you. And Barbara Allen. Simone. Good morning, Simone. Good morning, Nadine. Good morning, Christy. Good morning, Donika. Good morning, Jason. Good old Carl. Holy post. This is wild. The best is yet to come, believe. Well, I'll try. I'll try to believe that. You work at a shelter. Oh, good for you. That's wonderful. How'd you get into that kind of work? I think that's God's work, by the way. I really do. I think that's wonderful. The people that can do that. You know, be it even if you're a cook or janitor or someone who does, you know, counseling for the clients. I think it's so necessary. Go through life. I will. I promise. All right, let's have a look through on Pro. I'm so glad to see this too. I like this. Rush the Max Crosby. It starts with our DNA, ill intent, physicality, toughness, speed, attitude, full-blown Max Crosby effort. I like that. Let's see if we can get that to come out big. And it just might. But Antonio Pierce actually got the job for the Raiders, which is a real shocker. We did not think that was going to happen. It was kind of in limbo for the longest time. The players wanted him. That is quite the photo. Look at that. That's freaky. That is totally freaky. But I admire anybody that does that kind of work. Even those who work in prisons and things like that, you know, those are tough jobs. You know, as long as you do whatever job you do to the best of your ability, I think that's fantastic. Be with someone who chooses you every day, not just when you are in the mood not just when they are in the mood for you. I would agree with that. I think though you go through ups and downs and everything though. If you're with someone long enough, you're gonna have moments where you drive each other crazy. Whoever makes you cry will cry for you someday. I like that. This is great quotes on Twitter that we're reading right now. Happy birthday to so many people this month. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful month. This is quite that. Passion. What's this here? Scorpios. Passionate, loyal, brave, resourceful, intuitive, secretive, emotional. Wow, that's quite the difference. That's insane. I like this here. Let's hit this one. We all talk about this. Today I choose to live with gratitude for the love that fills my heart, the peace that rests within my spirit, and the voice of hope that says all things are possible. Laura, good morning. I hope all things are possible for you here on Instagram. That's great. All right, what do we have? The Kingmaker. When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. And that's the Kingmaker right there. In fact, you know what? I'm going to put a little heart on it. All right. When you stop chasing the wrong things, you give the right things a chance to catch you. I like that one too. I'll click that one. All right. This is Lauren Joseph. Keep focusing on learning. Keep focusing on building systems. Keep focusing on divining your value. You're just seeing other snapshots results. That one's a little weird, but good. There's the 444 in the numbers there. It's a busy day. It's a busy week. So busy, so blessed, on a streak. Gotta rest, recharge. Set my course. Be better than the best. That's interesting. I find it really interesting, the 444. Creek Road. First time here. I appreciate your positivity. Well, thank you. I think I've met you, though, years ago in religious chats, but I'm not sure if you're the same guy. You make pottery. It looks like from your home. Hello, hello. How are you this morning? Good to see you. Good to be seen here on Instagram. We're also currently on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, and my all-time favorite, Twitter. All right. Let's get out of the Brooklyn, Morgan. And we will have... I like this. Gossip dies when it hits a wise person's ears. Oh my God, that's hilarious. But true. Let's say it one more time. Gossip dies when it hits a wise person's ears. I like that. Here's another one of my all-time favorites. Good people are like candles. They burn themselves up to give others light. Make sure that you replenish your well today, folks. Be patient and kind to yourself, and be very careful of the inner chatter that you have each and every day. That can get you. That can be the death of you, in fact. Oh, wow. We're grooving today, folks. Well, thank you to all the people that are in the other multiple streams here. I'm just looking at the numbers. That's, I think that's the most I've ever had in a morning. So I'm grateful to have you here. Thank you. I appreciate it. Also want to say hello to Barbara Allen again for all that you do. And there's Rose again. Noble Ron. Noble Ron is one of the kindest people that I know. What else we got here? I like the music today. It's nice. It doesn't have too much talking in the background. We've got Fran here. And who else? Oh, here's a good guy. Billy Dees. If you ever want to know how to do a really great broadcast. Does anybody... Oh, look at this. There's a blast from the past. Does anybody know who that is? I think one of the greatest, grittiest players. And one of the few players that could still play in the league. And there's not a lot of those. The NFL is bopping today. So who do you think's going to win, folks? Do you think it's going to be Detroit? The Lions? Do you think that's possible? Do you think the 49ers will win? Do you think it's a hands down dunk? Even though they don't have the key players. They don't have Debo. And without Debo, I think they're in trouble. Never, ever underestimate Dan Campbell. He has a way of winning when it defies logic, and it's the same with Patrick Mahomes. I really believe that he has the ability to manipulate the energy in different games and make things win. Because if you look at last year, when Jalen Hurts played, I think that was the best game Jalen Hurts had ever played, except for the one fumble. And I think, if it was Mahomes, if you remember correctly, he was running on one leg. He literally had one leg that was working. This year, he's way healthier. I feel like he saved himself. And I don't ever underestimate Andy Reid. I think Andy Reid also has the ability to make the game flow the way they want it to flow in their favor. Is Bill Belichick ever going to get a job? I was a little worried. I got to be honest about it. I was also hoping that Mike Tomlin would go to another team, but that never happened. I don't know why. And I was a little concerned about Doug Peterson from the Jaguars, but I haven't heard anything. Kyle Shanahan, I think he's going to have his hands full when he fights this battle, the mental battle between Andy Reid. And we'll have to see how that unfolds. Pete Carroll, has he gotten a job yet? I have not heard any offers yet. Sean McVay is, still, I think, one of the best coaches in the league, if not the best coach. And Michael Daniels this year is going to have to rebuild because they are in, I believe, a $56 million over cap situation, which means a lot of the pieces are going to have to be discarded, changed, moved. It's going to be different. The Ravens, I believe on paper, look like they could win. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't think I can click that. No, I don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. Be happy with where you are. The problem with Instagram, if you fiddle with that screen, you could be in La La Land. And I don't want to be in La La Land, so I have to be careful here. All right, let's have a quick look here. How is everybody feeling this morning about the Swifties the Taylor Swift influence, and yes, Jason Kelce and his bare shirt and jumping into the lower tier of the box to bring up a young girl with a sign so Taylor could see the sign and maybe meet Taylor. It was a sweet moment. If you can, folks, please tell me who you think is going to win. Are you all in for the Detroit Lions? Do you think they have a chance? I personally think it is going to be a rough battle. A really rough battle. Now, we are looking at... You know what I forgot to do today? And this is one of the things, if you're on Restream, you have to make sure that you go to Facebook and activate the comments, because if you don't, you're only going to get friends or whatever setting it's on. You have to make it public so people can leave you a message. You don't have to do the same for Twitter. You don't have to do that for YouTube, and you don't have to do it for Twitch. You have to do quite the setup, though, if you're going to do it all on Instagram. The one thing I love about Instagram is I meet people from my real life. People I know in this life, which is phenomenal. And it seems to be very spontaneous. In the morning, people are on their phone, heading into work. So I appreciate you. If you go at night, it can be absolutely wildly busy. I love that. And it can be difficult to run a show when you have that many comments, but you don't ever want to have people feel like they're not being heard or recognized. So I try my best. Justin Fields, where is he going to end up this year, guys? Is he going to end up on another team? Are they going to keep him and try to get another quarterback and blend two very strong quarterbacks together? Brock Purdy, many people believe that he is at best okay, and it's more of the system that Kyle Shanahan has in place. What do you think? I think he's been rock steady and done a really, really good job. And I think they need to give him a break. He's steady 80, he's not the most gifted athlete, but he's also an asset that they're not paying a lot of money for. So you kind of get what you pay for. And most times you don't even get that. And I believe he's getting something around $800,000 a year, which is excellent. And it's excellent for the 49ers because they have all kinds of space to make sure that they have the right pieces in place, right? But without Deebo Samuel, I think they're in for a really rough ride against, KC. Kansas City Chiefs, do not underestimate them. And they look like they're aligning and ready and peaking at the right time of the year. So we'll have to see how that unfolds. All right, let's quickly go to Pro. And we'll have a quick look. Let's see if we can find. This is a great shot. Oh, I like that one. That's awesome. This is the moment for him. And this is the moment for many of the fans. They never ever thought this would happen. And if you look at the pathway, which has been this, highly unlikely anybody guessed these patterns. Especially the Detroit Lions. I don't think people thought they would get past LA. And LA, I thought, was one of the stronger teams, which goes to show you how in-depth and well situated, I think that's the nicest way of saying the Lions are to beat sometimes teams that have superior roster. And it goes to show you that heart and grit and belief in the unit sometimes will go farther than a team that has a lot of stars that maybe don't gel as well. And I think the factor of just wanting it. If you look at this year too, you know, who would have ever thought that the Eagles would have fallen off in the first round to Tampa Bay? I really thought Green Bay had a really good chance of beating San Fran. It looked for a good majority of that game that could happen. And I still think this is one of the best games you're ever going to see. The game we saw last week where we had Josh Allen against Patrick Mahomes. And unfortunately, Josh Allen just couldn't find a way to win. So maybe next year, they're going to have to change quite a few of the pieces there. So I'm going to do a couple quotes, and we are going to call it a day. And I'm very grateful for everyone who was here this morning. And I hope you have a good day, you know. I hope things go well and you find some peace in the valley. All right, let's get from here. All right. The Lions, the Lions, the Lions. There's Frank. All grit. I like that. All grit. That is the Lions. Aww. Delta has added an additional flight for the Lions fans heading to San Francisco. Swaps in larger plane. And they love it, man. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I like this one. This is cool too. Very cool. But, you know, the fan bases haven't had anything to be this excited about in 20 years. And for those who've been fans for a longer time, they were emotional to see what had happened. All right. Let's find a cool quote and we'll call it a day. All right. YouTube has been growing recently. I don't know why, but it just has to. You don't need a reason to cry. This was 5 hours ago. Happy full moon. I didn't know that. So tune into what can feel the moon. So tune in that you can feel the moon. I think it's missing a word there. I love how if I don't want to do something, I don't do it. I like that. That's funny. Turtle Breeze, I think I've known for a while. Let's see what else we got here. This is beautiful. I love this one. Barry Sanders, hands down, I think was the very best back. Him and Jim Brown. Walter Payton was pretty damn good too. Yeah, back in the day. Well, thank you everyone for being here. I appreciate you. Now what I got to do is find my way back to Instagram and get back into that room. Now, I've done this before where I've popped out of there by accident. So I'll just hit it and see if I can get back in so I can shut it off. And with Instagram, they suggest that you shut it down if you're on more than an hour. All right. Oh, that's not good. Oh, there it is. Great. Live video. There I am. I'm back. I found my way. Oh, that's nice. And it kind of tells me who was on earlier. Perfect. So glad I found the screen. Thank you, everyone. Hopefully you have a wonderful weekend and a fabulous Thankful Thursday. And if you can, be kind to yourself and others. Choose to be patient and choose to not listen to the endless chatter in your brain at times, and consider just going to the next task and doing the very best that you can and being aware of all the gifts that are unfolding and awakening around you. God bless you. Take care. Okay, we got that one done. And now we're going to go to live stream and end this. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. We appreciate you. If you can in the future, subscribe, like, share. And if you know of individuals that should be broadcasting, maybe give them a little nudge and help them along the